Hello and welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It is Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. Welcome everybody. We're back for the Wednesday installment. And what's going on in the markets today? Of course, Bitcoin bitterly clinging on to the 200 EMA, if I'm going to call it that, as a support level. Yes, we did dip as low as 39,700-ish on Bitcoin before a bit of a relief rally. Where's the market going to take us next? Is this the pump to short, or is this some sign that we might hold? Like I said, maybe that 200 EMA, some other major support level is the big question here is Mr. Ether puked up his positions? Is he got into cash? Mr. Ether, did yesterday's close invalidate your move? Are we all getting into cash now following Mr. Ether? That is the big question today. We're gonna hopefully raise. Yes, I am citing Mr. Ether today, but we do have two of our lead analysts on the case to discuss all the hottest price action and the latest market news. Alex and Jason are with us. Alex, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm good.
Right on. Jason, what's poppin', brother?
Not much. Just hanging out. Only in one position right now. I don't think that this lower time frame movement is that special as of now. There's still below all baselines. So for me, just kind of hanging on to my positions and being patient.
Right on. All right. Well, I think you guys mostly know where our analysts stand on the market, but of course we will be giving you guys updates today. We're going to get into the news, have quite a bit of news items to cover today before we, of course, get into the bubbles. We'll check out what's going on in the alt space. It's pretty green. They certainly turned over a new leaf today. About what you'd expect, given the blood that was running deep yesterday. Hopefully nobody here is short at the bottom. Let's see. Of course, we're going to get into the main, we'll shout at the audience, of course. Yes, shout at the audience after look at the bubbles before we get into the main analysis. Alex will take us through a look at world markets and then some. The Evergrande drama continuing to weigh on the markets. We'll see if there's a relief rally in traditionals as well, like we're seeing a little bit today in crypto. Maybe so. Of course, we'll get into your requests in the latter half of the show. So yeah, do distribute them in the chat. In the meantime, we'll get to those in a few minutes. In the meantime, yeah, let's hop right into the news. I got quite a few stories to cover here. This first one I probably won't dwell too long on, but a lot of people citing this whale buy amidst the carnage. Today's title, whale grabs 321 Bitcoin while Bitcoin is dropping. This whale happens to hold a little over 111,000 Bitcoin in their wallet. So apparently somebody bought the dip. A lot of jokes flying across the crypto Twitter today. And I guess yesterday, speculating as to who this is, who bought the dip, and kind of like that guy who chewed out Jason the other day on the crypto Twitter. It's like, what do you mean it's going down? A billionaire, somebody rich just bought a bunch more. So in this case, 300 extra Bitcoins added to this one particular wallet. If anybody was wondering, it was about a $13.5 million purchase of Bitcoin. Which is to an address that now holds about 5 billion worth of the crypto. It is quite the account. I'm not gonna go too much further into that. Clearly, somebody bought the dip. Maybe this dropped here to the support level is the dip to buy. Apparently, somebody thought so. But let's continue. Have this piece here from Being a Crypto. NFL legend Tom Brady looking to get paid in crypto. This is a pretty big name to want to request.
Yeah, we lost him.
We lost me?
We did.
Oh, god damn it. What's going on again? Was I gone for long?
No.
Hopefully not. All right. If I have another hiccup, guys, I'll make some quick alterations to my connection. But in the meantime, bear with me. Indeed, NFL legend Tom Brady looking to get paid in crypto. The face of NFL, Tom Brady, said on his podcast he wants to be paid partially in crypto. He was quoted stating, I'd love to request to get paid in some crypto. Brady and his wife, Giselle Bundchen, have both signed deals with FTX to partner up and receive equity in the exchange. Damn. Tom Brady throwing down with SBF and FTX. Not going to go too much further into this, but indeed Tom Brady appeared on his podcast and talked about getting paid even deeper or going even deeper into crypto and getting paid. Brady, who has made more than $300 million in his decades in the NFL, vocal support of digital currencies. He's also participating in several projects, including NFTs and a deal with FTX, as I just mentioned. So yeah, shout out to Tom Brady. Thank you for indeed being a very, very high-profile individual out there to be repping the crypto brand. Thank you. In this case, FTX in particular. FTX has got some serious ambitions, don't they? Let's have a look here. Here's one from Cointelegraph. Crypto Twitter crying foul after noticing NBA star John Wall's NFT has a Fortnite background. Celebs really think they can come into an industry they know nothing about, never interact with the community, and then launch a scam project they'll abandon in 3 months, questioned at least one Twitter user. Here, the team behind the design of NBA Houston Rockets player John Wall's NFT may have ripped off at least one background directly from an online popular game called Fortnite. Wall first announced he planned to release a line of, quote, baby baller non-fungible tokens or NFTs on September 21st to raise about $100,000 for charity and the, quote, ballers community. However, once he posted a preview of the tokenized artwork on Twitter, social media users were quick to notice that the background appeared to be lifted directly from Fortnite. Let's see here. Yep, this is it. This image here, indeed ripped off from the Fortnite series. And yeah, it kind of goes to show you guys this NFT game is attracting a lot of vultures, a lot of people looking for quick cash grab, in some case reposting not original artwork as NFTs. Man, I've seen some shameless ones, including somebody was telling me about an NFT that like used the stock images, stock photos. Really sad. What happens sometimes goes to show you got to do your due diligence and watch out for all the cash grab NFTs out there. Glad.
On the Kusama network, they've got a reverse image search function, so you can just double check that the NFT isn't stolen from somewhere. It wouldn't be that hard for OpenSea to add that same thing. Good point.
But it's a good thing that the NFT community is certainly on the lookout for such shenanigans. Let's go into this next piece here. That was from U.Today. Some quality Doge FUD that we'd love to entertain on the show. Interest in Dogecoin plummets as daily transactions reach multi-year lows. Retail investors have abandoned Dogecoin after its price rout. Say it ain't so. Dogecoin getting wrecked. Dogecoin captivated. Go ahead.
Is this pup cooked?
This pup is done. After Dogecoin captivated the hearts and minds of the investment community with its eye-watering gains earlier this year, popularity of the chief meme altcoin has now plummeted. According to crypto market data provider Crypto Compare, the number of daily transactions on this network have dropped to just 18,000. It has hit its lowest level since 2017 after reaching a peak of 140,000 transactions.
Wait, since 2017, you mean it's worse now than it was in the bear market?
It's worse now than it was in the lows of the 2017 market, yes.
No, 2017 was the bull market, 2018 was the bear market.
Well, in this case, it's described as the lowest levels since 2017.
Wow, so it's worse than the bear market.
Indeed.
That's weird.
Well, you know, part of it's a consequence of majority of the, this newfound interest in Dogecoin has been on like centralized platforms like Robinhood. As a consequence, a lot of transactions are probably compiled or stay off the chain, right? They stay on somebody else's accounting book, like Robinhood's, right? So even though, maybe Dogecoin has relatively more interaction, more holders maybe than before, a lot of it doesn't happen on chain, and maybe as a result, the daily transaction rate, fundamental on-chain metric reflecting blockchain usage, yes, it's roughly down 71% from its all-time highs in May.
Okay.
Google searches for the term Dogecoin have dropped to its lowest level since late January as well. Well, guys, what did we tell you? This Dogecoin fervor was not going to last forever, and this was one bubble that we might be watching burst right now. But let's keep it rolling. I think I have at least one other Dogecoin story to mention. Well, speaking of Robinhood, 1 second. Make a slight adjustment here. Okay. Speaking of Robinhood, planning to launch crypto wallet in 2022. Alex, I'm getting a lot of echo back from you. Maybe I need to lower my microphone a little bit. Maybe I'm coming in a little too loud. What do you guys think?
I mean, I haven't changed any of my settings. Like, nothing is different for me.
Gotcha.
Story of my life.
I do hear a little bit of my echo coming through your speakers. No problem. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to lower here. All right. Continuing. Robinhood to launch crypto wallet in 2022. Starting next month, Robinhood users will finally be able to move their cryptocurrencies off the app. Man, this actually...
Who cares? Old technology. Robinhood's dead.
You know, this does kind of take away one of the main criticisms I've had of Robinhood being kind of a custody service. But to Robinhood launching a custodial commission-free cryptocurrency wallet starting... Oh, it's a custodial wallet. Starting today, customers can join the waiting list to get early access to the wallet in October. Long-awaited functionality will make it easier for Robinhood customers to manage, send, receive cryptocurrency. Man, this doesn't even... says launching a custodial commission-free wallet? Oof. All right.
Yeah,
so
it's still on their platform.
Yeah.
It's not. It's who cares about this? I don't really care.
Mega lame, guys. I thought this would have been at least non-custodial, but meaning that you control your own private keys. But this is some kind of like pseudo private wallet. It's like a wallet that's a bit of an offshoot from the main platform. If I'm reading this correctly, in that case, I'm skipping the story. Hella lame. This would have been more significant if it was indeed non-custodial. But there's Robinhood, I guess, still fighting to probably reclaim more retail interest. Let's get into this next piece here. Apparently, yes, this is an update to the XRP versus SEC drama. Apparently, XRP is unfazed by that new turn in the SEC versus Ripple case we covered just yesterday. A U.S. magistrate judge denied Ripple's access to SEC's trading logs. Still, the regulatory agency has to prove it asked employees not to trade XRP. XRP remains stagnant. Let's see here. Of course, Ripple took another loss against the SEC in an ongoing lawsuit. And in this case, as we described earlier, the goal was to expose the lack of clarity regarding XRP's status and whether the SEC actually believed XRP to be a security. And after weeks of deliberations, we already covered this yesterday, the judge finally struck down a request for disclosure on behalf of the SEC. Let's see here. What did the SEC finally make a comment on this? Not really. Or sorry, the XRP Ripple make an official comment on this? Let's see here. Not a lot. All right, so this is mostly recapping yesterday's news. I will continue from here. My apologies for a slight delay here. Robinhood's crypto chief operating officer chiming in on regulation, saying regulation will not drive user experience. Robinhood will go above and beyond for the user experience, regardless of how regulatory battles play out. Let's see here. Is this related to Robinhood's gamification, so to speak, on their platform? Are regulators looking to clamp down on how the app works? Let's see here. Shortly after announcing it would begin testing new crypto wallet and transfer features, Robinhood crypto executives took the stage at the mainnet conference in New York to discuss regulation, crypto asset adoption, what's next for the retail trading platform. Wallets will be tested with select Apple using clients in the coming weeks, allowing investors to trade and move assets in and out of the Robinhood app. Blah blah blah. We just covered this. We want to get community involved. We wanted them to give us feedback. Blah blah blah. But what about this user experience? Let's see here. Let's see. We're focusing on the users. Robinhood's focus will always be on its users. Right now, our priorities are user trade, what our users want. Pointed out that Robinhood's features that help users with tax concerns are going to get buffed. Blah blah blah. All right, mostly corporate fluff here. Robinhood, I think, still, like I said earlier, still fighting to probably regain bigger foothold among retail traders who didn't get wiped yet. Let's have a look. Another story or two, and we'll continue. What do we have here? Elon Musk, Mark Cuban can confirm a much wow effect from Doge. Dogecoin Twitter account tells AMC giant CEO. Let's see here. Dogecoin supposedly having a discussion with the AMC CEO. Dogecoin's Twitter account has been addressing the CEO of the AMC chain of movie theaters, Adam Aron, who is considering beginning to accept Doge for online purchases. He's now running a Twitter poll to find out what the community thinks. By the end of the year, AMC plans to begin accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, BCH. And since Doge community requested their coin to be accepted as well, the poll has now opened. All right, well, here's two former heavyweights fighting for, I guess, to remain relevant. Hard to believe that AMC still humming along, and here's Doge trying to enter the scene. Asking the CEO, what do you guys want now? Because how you get you get Dogecoin. Wow, who would have thought? It's the coin that every major corporate brand is missing. What are you doing? Says Doge. Add us to your payment processing compatibility. Let's see here. Another story or two, guys. Bear with me. TrustNodes writes, SEC Chair Gary Gensler to be paid by Goldman Sachs. A disclosure reveals Gary Gensler.
Not story. This is for work he used to do for them. Everybody knows the SEC chair is in bed with the industry. Of course, that's where they pick them from.
Certainly. See, in the 2009 disclosure. Exactly. Yes, it's a revolving door, guys, when it comes to the regulatory and the industry front. Not story, indeed. Let's get into something a little more juicy as we wind down the news. Philadelphia 76ers names Crypto.com as official jersey partner and plans its first NFT launch. The Philadelphia 76ers, the professional basketball team, has announced a partnership with the leading exchange Crypto.com. The initiative will see popular NBA club launch its own NFT on their platform. All right, so another day, another battle for sports sponsorship supremacy. Here's the big one. Here's a little preview on screen. Crypto.com on the jersey. I like it. There's nothing wrong with this.
Their paws and everything. I mean, I was pretty shocked at the UFC. I heard that they had that partnership, but they were literally front and center of every scene of the UFC.
Exactly, and now they're going to be doing more of the same. Now in the NBA, I think the Phillies are a pretty serious team, guys. I'm not a major NBA fan, but I think the Phillies are kind of a legit team, and they rank high, guys. Let me know in the chat.
Stormtrooper.
What about Stormtrooper?
I thought their symbol looks like a Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh yes. Some people see Stormtrooper, some people see a lion. It's
I can see lion.
It's questionable. But shout out to the 76ers and Crypto.com. Whether or not you like Crypto.com, I think it's an important brand to kind of be out there and having consumers being familiar with. Let's see here. Is Recta.news down today? I was going to cover this article that Alex linked in NewsPulse Premium, but apparently it's down. Let's continue to this next piece. Dapper Labs partnering with La Liga, and it hits a $7.6 billion valuation. Interesting. The company behind NBA Top Shot has announced a massive new funding round and a deal with one of the most popular sports leagues on earth. Dapper Labs made two massive announcements on Wednesday as it tries to grow and scale its popular NFT business, this time bringing sports, entertainment, and music experiences to consumers through its Flow blockchain. It announced a new $250 million funding round led by Coatue, existing investors Anderson Horowitz, Google Ventures, and Version 1 Ventures, along with new investors Bond and GIC. The new round values Dapper Labs at a staggering $7.6 billion. Source close to the company told a boardroom that is up $5 billion from the company's most recent funding round at the end of March. Wow. How far NFT space has come. Dapper has announced an extension of its widely successful NBA Top Shot digital collection platform by partnering with La Liga on a new non-fungible token experience. La Liga is Spain's top soccer league and one of the most popular leagues on the planet in any sport. Just like NBA Top Shot brought fans digital highlight moments from the NBA and Women's NBA, Dapper will bring the same for popular teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Sevilla, Villarreal, Valencia, and more beginning in June. Can you tell how little I know about football over there and all the big teams? Let's see here. So yeah, this is a big move. I know football is probably not as big as it is here. In Europe as it is here, or the other way around, I should say. This is the football, right? The football, or however it's pronounced over there. Footy. This is huge. This is huge, especially for all the football and the more Eurocentric, I think, crypto fans and NFT lovers. Big day for Dapper Labs. NBA Top Shots was just the beginning. All right. Is there anything else I got to cover? It's almost 1:30. Got to get into one final story. I promise this is the last one for today. It comes from CoinDesk, titled "The Leaked Slides Show How Chain Analysis is Flagging Crypto Suspects for the Popo." WalletExplorer.com, a block explorer site secretly operated by Chain Analysis, has provided law enforcement with, quote, meaningful leads, the documents say. Let's dig in a little deeper. In the battle to link real-world criminals to their anonymous Bitcoin troves, Chain Analysis has found a, quote, meaningful edge, a block explorer website that scrapes a visitor's internet IP addresses. Ah, man, this old bag. Go figure. According to leaked documents reviewed by CoinDesk, Chainalysis, the largest of the blockchain tracing firms, owns and operates WalletExplorer.com. Like other block explorers, the service lets anyone view the history of public cryptocurrency wallet addresses. Chainalysis figures that bad actors would use its site to check transactions without fear of, quote, leaving a footprint on crypto exchanges, the document said. But where the exchanges and presumably most block explorers have no eyes, Chain Analysis instead it cites, it scrapes the IP addresses of suspicious users that fall into the honeypot of WalletExplorer.com. According to documents, quote, using this data set, we were able to provide law enforcement with meaningful leads related to IP data associated with addresses. The documents translated from Italian say, quote, it's also possible to conduct a reverse lookup on any known IP address to identify other Bitcoin addresses. In doing so, Chain Analysis has effectively weaponized an unassuming website without disclosing its ties. It has never publicly associated itself with WalletExplorer.com, although a note at the bottom of the site's homepage says its author now works at Chainalysis. The website was created back in 2014, according to site registration. All right, guys, to quickly kind of explain what the significance, what the ramifications of this are, and this is something I think crypto users should be aware of when just general conducting crypto business. As you guys know, block explorers exist, right? If you just search Block Explorer, the one we just talked about, the story was one of them, but blockchain.com is one popular one. One thing to consider here, guys, is that yes, this is one way to potentially de-anonymize people. So in this case, the story related to walletexplorer.com, but I'm going to use blockchain.com as an example. You know, you come to this website, and what are you likely to look up on the Block Explorer, right? What kind of address, what kind of transaction are you going to look up? Is it going to be some random one you picked out of a hat? No, unlikely. In fact, generally, the only reason people go to these wallet explorers, block explorers, is to input transactions, addresses that they probably own, control, or have some close relation to, right? You don't always go snooping on other people's addresses. Generally, it's your address that you're looking up. Now, guess what? If the wallet, the block explorer is a bad actor, or at the very least, mining your data, they are going to log, what metadata they can, including potentially your IP address, and they can safely assume that the person who was searching X address was likely the owner of that address, looking to check in on their own holdings, right? Something to consider. So in this case, very sneakily, Chainalysis is using WalletExplorer.com to help mine, metadata of people maybe snooping, checking in on addresses, linking them to that address, and then, giving the authorities something to go on. Even having some reverse address or reverse lookup tool on known IPs. Indeed. Maybe the authorities can come to them and give them an IP address and say, show me what addresses this guy was looking up on the chain. Suddenly, there is a link between you and an address that you never thought the authorities would make. Something to consider, guys. Be always aware of the fact, yes, when you're searching, even innocuous things like this, might indeed open you up to, to a paper trail, to a bit of a forensic breadcrumbs you're going to leave behind. But of course, we're all law-abiding citizens here, so we really have no fears of the government and Chainalysis maybe snooping in on our affairs. But hey, here's your today's PSA. That's it for the news, guys. Hopefully that last part was a little informative. All right, what's up, Jason?
No, I was gonna say I think there's a lot more there about it, but.
The description, or the link will be in the description below as always. Yes, indeed, there was actually quite a bit more, including the slide, the leaked slide from the PowerPoint presentation. It's in Italian, guys, but I think it's translated right here below. If you guys want to know more, indeed, there's been apparently discussed demixing Monero, and man, quite a few matters of security and fundamental architecture of these decentralized networks. I highly encourage you guys to take a deeper dive on this article. I'm out of time. I'd read more, but links are going to be in the description below. I, of course, include all links to all news stories discussed on the show in the description after the show wraps. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the next segment. What's going on in the alt space? I swear, every time I look back at bubbles, more and more are flipping green. Greener than it was just an hour ago. But a decent day of climb back some of yesterday's big losses. The last 48 hours of downturn. Getting a bit of a relief rally. Who's among today's winners? Well, two managed to eke out double-digit gains. Axie Infinity up nearly 15%. Somebody buying the dip on quality. Let's see here. Airweave is up 13.5%, and you got the likes of XCC, FTM, Mana, BCHA, AVAX, Luna, Solana, DOT, Cardano, many more, all up about 5 to 9%. So single-digit gainers. Some of the bleeding has been stemmed. Let's see here. So that's a couple remaining losers. Omizago, Cello, if anybody's wondering, and Rev, kind of the standout losers today, all down single digits. All right, that's a very brief look at the bubbles. Nice to see where we stand today. Let's get into the live chat. Who's kicking it with us this Wednesday afternoon? Let's give it a look. Scrolling up, big shout outs to Daniel first in the YouTube chat. Big shout outs to Daniel. Rhino TD's in the chat right after him on DLive. Big shout outs to Rhino TD. David Rice says YouTube. Yes, it's up now. Thank you. Let's see here. Lovely day. Indeed, it is a lovely day. Franklin MC. Good morning, guys. Big shout outs to Franklin MC. Dave Rice on YouTube. Bust a move on that like button. Tap to subscribe and say some stuff in the chat. Thank you, Dave Rice. Yes. Solid advice, guys. Have you hit the like button yet? Bam, the like button up. Crypto Jenny, happy Wednesday. Well, very happy Wednesday to Crypto Jenny. Happy hump day to everybody. David Rice, it's got to be a great day if it's my birthday. David Rice's birthday already again? Damn. Chico Blanco Verano.
Where was your birthday like a month ago?
Bears wrecked. Well, he said Beraz. Is this like the new HODL spelling for bears? Bears? Bears wrecked.
Bears are wrecked, but
well, depending where I guess they entered. But anybody who panic sold or panic shorted the bottom is probably feeling the squeeze right now as we inch toward 43K. Well, are we above 43? I think we're above. I'll check that out. I'll check that out in just a moment. Rokoth over on DLive. Hello, crypto team. Big shouts to Rokoth. David Rice turned double nickel today. Double nickel. Oh, he's 55. David Rice. The old head. The old dog, you. Well, we'll smoke. We'll toast one to you, David Rice. A nice 55 freedom today.
55-30.
55-30?
55 is the new 30.
Oh, 55 is the new 30. Yes, I can. I can only hope. I can only hope. Let's see here. Taz Blitz, shoutouts to you as well. Rokoff already mentioned. Profit Bear, he's with us, running Let's Go. David, Mr. Ether, I sold everything other than the stuff in the MetaMask because of the high gas fees. Still holding Hex, ADA, and ENJ, maybe a few others, but no more than 10 in total. I had over 100 coins. All right, Mr. Ether, he did in fact flip the switch. He's mostly out of his positions.
Congrats on some good trades.
Indeed. Also, a little reminder, Mr. Ether is giving away, like, what did he say, $50? I think it's like a $50 giveaway from Mr. Ether this week. All you got to do to qualify is drop decent requests in the chat. Mr. Ether, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are, in fact, hosting a $50 community giveaway. All you got to do is drop those requests in the chat below. Rhino TD, happy birthday indeed. Chico, Ether got shaken out. We can go up now. All right. But seriously, taper is getting announced today. You heard it here first. Chico talking about the Fed meeting and indeed talks of the taper today. B-Flow, shoutouts to you. Fed talks today probably soothed the markets. I don't know. Hopefully. Markets have been pretty volatile. maybe the Fed needs to step in and indeed smooth things over. Revolution on DLive. I see your request. Hang tight. I see your requests. Daniel, thank you. All right, thank you. Electric says, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon to Electric. Let's see here. B-Flow says, I wouldn't have it any other way other than Tom Brady buying my bags. Yes, Tom Brady, are you out there? I have some top dollar bags for you to acquire. Electric. This article author took his talking points from Reddit. Not sure which one that is, but I can imagine why. Revolution, your load jack. I'll turn it back up. All right, good. Mac W just bought Doge at 22. Wish me lucky dog day. You guys are shadow banned, by the way. Are we shadow banned? I'm gonna go check right now, but I wish you best of luck, Mr. Mac W, in trying to pick this pooch up at a bottom bargain price here of 22 cents. Checking YouTube. 1 second, guys. Nope, not shadow banned. Look okay right now. At least not on my end. Who knows? Maybe it's regional. Let's continue, guys. A couple more comments. We're going to get into the next segment to B-Flow. It just goes to show you can take the boy out of the hood, but you can't take the Bitcoin out of the Robin Hood. Yes, well said. Midwest, I need a little more work, but I think...
I was just saying, like, that could be a real good joke. You just got to polish it.
Yes, it could have the makings of a good punchline for sure. Be better. Sick to death of these SEC scammers. Biggest scam out there is the SEC themselves, says Jonah. Love the show. Yes, down with the SEC. Let's see here. B-Flow. Powell is conducting an investigation on himself to determine whether there was an ethics issue. I wonder how that's going to rule. No kidding. We love Crypto.com, says Rhino TD. I'm honestly a little iffed with Crypto.com.
I just saw a bubble disappear.
What? You're what?
I'm not too happy with my Crypto.com lately.
Why? What's changed?
I've had 2 security issues with my card already. And I've had credit cards for years, guys. I've used credit cards like mad for years, and I think in all my years of credit card usage and swipage and tapping, I may have had 1 security issue all these years, and it was picked up on right away by my credit card company. But here I am, just barely a year into having my Crypto.com card, and I've had 2 security issues. One that required them to reissue me a card. I had to wait a week or 2 to get it, and now they just emailed me saying, "Oh, Canadian customers are having security issues. You might be required to get a new card." So if this goes through, that's 2 new cards for security concerns in 8 months. Little inconvenient, super annoying. Crypto.com, get your security issues. I don't know how all these fraudsters are getting a hold of our cards or whatever's going on. Of course, they don't provide a lot of details, but that's my Crypto.com rant. Thank you, Rhino TD. You're still a fan of Crypto.com. I am too. I enjoy earning my 10% interest or more, but I'm getting a little annoyed with security issues. Ape into CRO every week, and I love it, says Jonah. All right. I had to punch in Craving Crypto. You guys didn't show up in my feed. Wow, are you just joking? Or was that a typo? Craving Crypto. All right, guys, we know...
a channel called Craving Crypto.
I wasn't sure what we would pivot our new rebrand to, but Mac W, I like it. Craving Crypto. Let's... A couple more comments, and we're getting into the last segment. Sorry for the delay, guys. I don't really buy anymore, says Rhino TD. I just use my card for everything, and I get a few hundred instead. Yeah, same. That's how my Crypto.com keeps trickling in. Let's see here. Craving Crypto indeed is a good one. Love the supercharge. So I'm accumulating CRO. Love the card. Indeed. There are some nice features on there. I'm just not liking the security issues I've had. Alright, guys. I love to read all your comments, but I'm almost out of time. I have to get to the next segment. Never had a problem, says Rhino TD. Yeah, I've never had problems either, but again, my credit card got suspended at least once for fraudulent activity. Somebody charged something to my card without my approval. Very odd, very odd. Not sure where my card got pilfered. With that said, guys, enough talk. We got to get into the next segment. I've left you hanging too long. Got to get into the live scene. Comes your way right now. Alex is already live. I'm tuning it into him now. Jumping into the chart. All right, got to make some tweaks here. Had Jason on yesterday, and now we're good. Alex, got you on the screen. Daily chart, BitMEX, take it away. I'll be collecting your request.
Yeah, not much to report today, guys. A little bit of a buyback, but I see some resistance overhead, so I really don't think this pump will last. I guess we could keep moving up towards 44K. Maybe we'll test 45K from below, but then I see us falling. Nice buyback on Ethereum. We kind of need this area to hold the support. I doubt it will, but we're bouncing for now. I think it's smarter to try and connect with another continuation short for more downside. More sideways on the dollar today.
I think we see the dollar shoot up there.
We'll see. Bitcoin dominance, more sideways. Nothing really to report here. Uniswap perp, nice bounce back, nice buyback here. If we're gonna bounce, this would be the place to bounce from. I would just be a little surprised if we held above the moving average all this time, fell below it and our uptrend, and then recovered over all of it, just like that.
Be a pretty weird thing.
Same story everywhere. Buyback, lots of buyback. Nice buyback. Blah 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 buyback. Blah 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 buyback. Yeah, I see a lot of resistance overhead. Here we are. You see we're pushing back up into an area of resistance. It's true for all of these.
Kind of the idea I was talking about of yesterday of don't let lower time frames bias your decisions.
Support here, resistance here. Yeah, I don't really want to buy this spot. If we can make a new high, then I'll be a buyer again. Until then, I'm not super interested. The dollar is sideways down, so I think we can probably conclude the market's bounced a little bit today. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, got very oversold. Now we're pushing back up into an area of resistance. I expect us to reject from this area, fall further. Same story here on NASDAQ. I expect more downside here, but we're getting an unsurprising bounce. This is something we were kind of expecting. Do a little bit of gap fill. Same for the S&P. You just fill the gap right here. I expect us to find heavy resistance and get more downside. Nice buyback on everything today. Gold, still at resistance. I'm not super happy with this. I wouldn't buy it there. Same with silver, kind of at resistance. Palladium, very nice buyback today. Kind of expected. Platinum. Ha ha ha. Shouldn't have let this scare us out of our out of the buys we had here. Oh well. This looks like a pretty nice buyback. For now, I wouldn't buy this spot right here. We're like at a new area of resistance. I would try and see if we can get a pullback. Brent crude certainly looks like it's going to continue here. Copper is interestingly finding some support. If copper can break up here, then we'll take it back towards the highs. We wanted to do that before, but then we got this pullback. Want to do it in this area. Okay, we're here near the lows. We seem to have bounced off of this area of support. If we can break up, we'll take it all the way back to 475. Oops. Got too many tabs open. Corn still hanging out at the point of control. If we break the downtrend, we'll take it upwards. For now, we wait. Sideways on natural gas. Still waiting on a potential bounce from soybeans. Sugar starting to show some interesting buyback here. Yeah. Looks like it's starting to break that here. This is the weekly. Daily showing a little strength. For Australia, I would be shorting more as we reached up towards 7,300, 7,400 area. For China, I think this is probably a spot worth buying. Again, if we close under 14,750-ish, 14,700, then I would want to exit this. But this is a good low-risk entry point here. See, everybody is expecting China to just completely collapse because of the Evergrande thing, but it doesn't seem to be happening. We seem to have made a couple of lower lows here, all at the same support level. Get a reaction up off of this. It'll completely surprise everybody. The market will be wrong, right? Everybody's expecting more downside for China, but has it really happened? Nice buyback on the France 40. I say more downside. We're in profits here on Singapore. I can't really tell. I would think we would be expecting more downside in this spot. We'll know more by the end of this week. If we hold this support level, then I would look for a bounce back towards resistance. Kind of more sideways, I guess, on the UK. We're in profit here. Is India gonna continue? I bet I would be shocked if we continue from this spot. But stranger things have happened. At resistance, not interested here for Japan 225. Some strength from the Netherlands. Looks a little bit like a dead count bounce. You see, we're bouncing on, like lowering volume. Volume is reducing as we move up. Not great. Taiwan, you know what time it is. We're looking for a massive, amazing short here in this spot. Just so much downside here on Taiwan. And here you can see we're getting some movement to the upside here on UK 10-year bonds. United States 10-year. Very nice, some coiling here. 2-year, showing some weakness actually. 5-year sideways. More sideways on the Russell 2000. Whew. And 30-year really starting to wind up too. This seems to have broken the downtrend and held it. A little bit of a pullback after finding our first area of support. Okay, well, there's not really much more to talk about with regards to the markets today, guys. Everything's just like in the process of recovering a little bit of what we lost yesterday. So whether or not this is like a bounce, I'm not sure, but I suspect not. This is just a reaction to being incredibly oversold. Late shorters get faded. All right, well, that's really all I have to say on the world markets. Are there any chart requests,
yes,
Jack?
Yes, sir. Sorry, my mic was muted there. Let's go ahead and get into the requests. I have quite a few logged already. Be sure to drop some more in there, guys. I think we can do a few more. Let's check the time. All right, on to the top of the hour. I'm gonna open that DLive chest a little bit. Go ahead and get. I'm gonna put it up on the screen right now. Go. All right. Request of the day, big shout outs goes to Revolution of the DLive chat. He wants to look at GROY. What the hell is GROY? ROY. I'm gonna go look this up. Stock? Oh, this might be, yes, this is gold royalty, so never mind. It's a traditional.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Weekly's kind of interesting, but I just don't really see much to. I just don't see anything super interesting that I want here. So we could reject from this spot. Well, you see, we've had resistance in this area before. I don't really want to be a buyer here. Maybe you can get a pullback to gap fill. Maybe it makes sense to buy like 465 or 450 or something. Anyway, what's next?
Well, that was a look at GROY for Revolution. Up next, DERO, XMR.
Looks like everything else. We had a pullback. We're maybe bouncing from this spot, maybe not. I'm not sure. I would just do nothing with it. What's next?
Well, that was simple and to the point. There's your look at XMR.
Guys, I got nothing for you today. Like, really, all my TA was spent last week and early this week. Now we just got to watch and see what the markets do next.
All right. Well, nonetheless, we will certainly explore your requests, guys, whether or not these charts look largely the same. Don't be surprised you get the response for a lot of these, but let's continue. That was, let me see. That was Revolution's request. We're going to get into the next one. Roll Maximus. Look at HBAR.
I'll say this. If you look at XMR, XMR looks like it's got way more downside here, right? Look at this rejection. HBAR. Very firm weekly rejection here last week. There's some okay buyback in this spot. I wouldn't be a buyer here below the daily baseline. And below resistance. You see we've got very heavy resistance here in the past at 40 cents. I expect that to continue to hold and that we see some more downside here. What's next?
All right, great stuff. That was a look at HBAR for our boy Rollo Maximus of the DLive chat. Let's go ahead and get into the next request. We have the following for Rhino TD. Check out Brent Crude, please, if you haven't already covered it.
You did. Yeah.
All right. Oh, Brent Crude already.
It's not looking like a short.
No.
Look at BCO. Up next, David Rice. THETA, if you could please. Oh.
At this time, I'm not super interested in it. Again, there's a nice buyback, but we're very far below the daily baseline and below daily resistance right here at 230. I would probably be looking for more downside. What's next?
Well, clean, simple, and to the point, guys. TA can really be that easy in terms of, well, act. But there is Cardano. Let's get into the next request. It's for Van Morrison on DLive. Shouts to Van Morrison. Is this a new user? I don't really recognize this name. Hope you do stay and enjoy your subscription to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. In the meantime, he wants to look at DERO.
Just kind of back below resistance right now. This wick is really concerning. I think probably we have more downside, and certainly time transformation, having crossed under, is not giving us any sort of continuation signal. So I'd either be out or doing nothing. What's next?
All right. Well, that was your look at DERO. Here's a question concerning DERO. Does Alex think DERO is going to go to $2 bottom? Alex still think DERO is going to $2 bottom? Yes, that's the question.
I mean, that's where the buy zone is. I don't know for sure, but I do think we're topped out. What's next?
All right. He still probably thinks that will be one of the next prices we will revisit once this comes crashing down. All right. So that was DERO. Pirate Chain. Yes. ARRR Pirate Chain. All right.
Fantastic. All right, now we gotta go fucking find it.
Found it pretty quick.
I mean, this isn't a bad area to be a buyer if you think we'll bounce from this area, but I'm not super interested in catching any knives in this spot, so I would do nothing. What's next?
All right, nothing doing on Pirate Chain. Maybe a spot to load up. Did you zoom out just a touch, Alex? I just want to see the bottom of that pattern. Curious to see where. Yes.
Funny.
Lots of that, so I might need tracing. But well, I will not draw any further conclusions. There's your look at Pirate Chain. I keep reminding myself I'm supposed to allocate a little bit to Pirate Chain. Maybe soon. Let's get into one of the last requests on the board. I'm going to go raid the chat and add a few more in a moment. But in the meantime, ETH1 wants to look at Kusama.
Let's see, breaking the uptrend, looks like everything else. Retracing a little bit of the dump. Short into basically, any spot you can. Try and get a continuation short signal. What's next?
It's like old support, coming resistance there for now.
In that case, so let's get into the next request. Shout out to ETH1 for that one. We have a traditional Adam on YouTube writes stock request. Please look at plug. It is a retirement account play. Okay. Plug.
Ooh. That could be the chart. That could be the chart of the week.
Yeah, I think we probably have a break of the downtrend here. We're probably going to go upwards.
Yeah, I would.
I would probably target like $32 in the short term. 32, 33.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff here.
See.
I mean, if it's a retirement account play, yeah, we can move towards $32 or potentially $50 here. But I mean, I don't really believe in like long-term holds in the stock market. Let's see the 3-month tier. It certainly looks like we've got plenty of downside that we could have, right? So you look at the quarterly. So we pushed up here, this area.
There goes the dollar.
Up or down?
Up. Well, it's starting to. 93.30.
Yeah, it could go up here. We gotta seem to have a break of the daily uptrend. I would be a little concerned about I would be a little concerned on the monthly, but I mean, you can certainly, you know, make some gains over the next few weeks. What's next?
All right, well, that was a solid look at plug. Shout outs to Adam of the YouTube chat for that one. Here's one of the last requests of the day. Let me go check the clock too. How are we doing on time? All right, I'm going to go stock the DLive chest. We might be opening it a little early. In fact, you know, I just realized it's Wednesday, right? We're doing community mentorship session after the show?
Yeah, we have.
Yes, sir. You know what that means? We're going to wrap the show up a little early, so I guess we're perfectly on schedule. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to go move to prepare the DLive chest after I introduce the next request. And it comes from Jose Alves of the DLive chat. Can we look at where you would be willing to put some buy orders on the following? Theta, DOT, and Cardano. Well, you've already given Cardano a look. Maybe this answers question. Theta, where would you type some?
I would probably look around like $3, $3.25. $2 would probably be the lowest I would be looking. But yeah, most likely we fade this low right here, make a new lower low, and then that would be where we look to buy. Theta and what?
Theta, DOT, and Cardano entry. Where would you buy?
I guess buy zone 1 would be near like $20, $15, but probably near $10. That's it. That's my statement.
There you have it. There is some buy zones for DOT for you. And Cardano, well, I think Alex already gave Cardano a look earlier in the show. I'd find which you look back and check the timestamp.
We'll talk about more buy zones more when we get near that area.
Deal. All right. In the meantime, here's one of the last requests I have logged for today. It comes from Van Morrison on DLive requesting a quick look at silver and gold. I'm going to go stock. I looked at silver and gold a little earlier in the show. Did you miss the look at our commodities at silver and gold? Check the play. It's going to be available on YouTube after the show wraps up. Data with timestamp. Delete spot in the show. Looked at silver. And that's to gets those done every day. That's my last request. Hey guys, give you lots of heads up. I'm gonna go click the button in about 30 seconds. Probably by the time you statement. Have plenty of heads up. All right. Cover. Looks like we're gonna call the show touch early today, but hey, we do have to click in that button now. Go. Hungry birds, snap up. And countdown started. Let's go claim some lemons for myself, shall we? I gotta make sure on this little dice here. Good luck to everybody. Jason, what do you think? Number 4 spot again today? You've done a roll the last couple.
Feeling like number 1 today.
Fuck, you've been a lot more.
Even place.
Oh, spoiler, you didn't make top 5. Get out.
All in my project here.
Shout out to Rhino TD. Took the first spot. Over 100 lemons. David Rice with number 2. Any Word with number 3. And PDE and Simpson YT taking up the 5 spot. Big shot. Winners. Guys, you know these big lemon giveaways. I'm not going to last forever. I'm down to... How many lemons am I down to? Oof. Big oof. I'm down about 600 lemons in the war chest. Put this meat right. We're going to be on permanent lemon austerity here on the channel, guys. There are no more 500, 600 lemon giveaways until I rebuild the stockpile. With time. guys lived through the glory years. Glory years of the stint live. But
it's like the dollar's selling off now, pretty hard.
Bitcoin currently pumping its way through 43.8. Wow, 44 inbound, 15-minute candle. With that said, guys, we got to move to wrap. That's the end of today's installment. Catch more for the Thursday update. Do check out that premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. Get your material, support what we do here, as well as like on fine our pathways to profits course. Highly recommended. Step up your game. You know, throw the discretionary trading and fruitlessly staring at the candles go up and down all day. Not sure what time frame, what move you should be making, how you should be executing all your trades. Winning way to a market business, trading business, available to learn at premium.krakencryptocurrency.com. All right, I think I've said enough. I've rambled enough. It's time to get out the door. Final.
Trade safely.
Yep, just trade safely. Be patient. Let the market do what it's going to do.
Much love. That dimension session. Check calendars. Out.
Goodbye.